Hello people, quick 96 Banshee update. Here's mine. My crank seals, my oil seal kit, because I figured why order crank seals for $22 when I could just get a complete oil seal kit for $16. So I ordered those. Once my crank seals come in, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to file down the crank key till it just slides in. But I'm not going to file it down too much because I don't want it to snap. My crank is all ready to go. All I got to do is put the seals in. I had to split the cases again because on Banshees, the crank seals have an outer ridge on it, and because of that, it sits in the cases. So you cannot change the crank seal unless you split the cases, which is a big bitch because I already had the stator and everything on. Good thing I didn't do the top end yet. I was gonna do the top end, then the clutch cover. Now all I do is bottom ends first. I took the bottom end off my table. Oh yeah, I got my frame painted. I forgot to show you guys. I think I make videos that I never made, but yeah, here she is. I wire wheeled the entire frame down to bare metal. Gave it a nice coat of flat black primer. Then went over it with shiny black primer as a second coat. Third coat with flat black primer again. That way it was nice and thick already. And then I went over it with red, a first quick coat. Then I went over it again with red, just another second coat. It looks like shit in the video, but that's just the way the light's bouncing off it. Trust me, it's really smooth. I would touch it, but it's still kind of sticky. I mean, it's dry, but I mean, it's starting to be sticky. That's just moisture. But, yeah, I put the bottom end in. I figured I want to try building a Banshee top end. Even though every time I do a top end, I split the cases, I just want to try building it inside the bike. Plus, it gives me a head start of torquing down the motor mounts, which I already did. And it gives me a head start of hooking up the stator and the rest of the wiring. Of course, I got to wait for my wiring harness, though, to hook up the stator. And put the steering stem in, painted that flat black. Clutch cover came off my Banshee. This is the one I got with my Banshee, but then I put a clear clutch cover on it off another Banshee because the one that came with this one was all faded up. So yeah, I got that in, got the front motor mounts in. I unseized the steering stem bushing. It was completely seized. That's why there was no steering. The coupling that goes over the bearing was bent and hitting on the bearing, and the bearing was full of rust. So I oiled it up, got a new bearing race cover, put it on, that way no more dirt would get in. Now you could turn it no problem. Before, you would have to force it and then it would go right back because it was just seized up. I have a set of red bars I'm going to paint these clamps flat black. But yeah, motor's in. I don't know what time it is, I didn't even check. But I'm probably going to start cleaning up my swing arm and painting it because I'm not ordering swing arm bushings. And then I'm going to paint it and throw it on. And then I'm going to do my front hub assembly because my wheel bearings came. And I'm also going to my axle bearings did not come, so I'm going to take that apart and paint it. Throw it on the swing arm. That way when the axle bearings come, I'll throw them in and throw in the axle. I'll wire wheel the axle up first, though, because it's all rusty. I got my wheel bearings, so I'm going to do the lower A-arms, paint those flat black or shiny black, I'm not sure yet. Do the rotor cover black. Do red hubs with a black calipers, red tie rods. I'm going to redo the shocks black except for the coils are going to be red. The top and bottom are going to be black. I'm going to take them apart. And then when my upper A-arms come, when my upper A-arm rebuild kits come, I'm going to just throw on the upper A-arms. But I'm going to do the whole front suspension, brake lines, bleed them and everything without the tie rods, with the tie rods, without the upper A-arms. Then when the rebuild kit comes, they're already probably going to be painted. I'm just going to throw in the rebuild kit and go. But yeah, she came out pretty good from that rusty junk that came through here Friday night. What's today? Sunday, Saturday. No, more like Wednesday night. I don't know. I posted a picture on Facebook, but yeah. So, next I guess is swing arm and carrier. Then I'm going to work my way up to the front end, just like I did on mine. Do the swing arm carrier and everything, and then I worked my way up to the front end. Yep. Got a yellow shock in the back, yellow shocks in the front, red shocks in the front, yellow shock in the back. So if I could take the rear shock apart, I'm just going to paint the coil red to match, but she's looking good. Talk to you guys later.